In today's video, we're checking out this beautiful Gibson Les Paul Tribute and this beautiful looking Burbon Burst. Let's get into it. Welcome back, folks. This is Shane. You are listening to this killer looking Gibson Les Paul Tribute with this fantastic Burbon Burst. Take a look at that. I'll show you it up close. Here we go. Here's the guitar up close. Take a look at that, man. Seriously, this is their entry-level US guitar, basically. The Tribute has come a long way over the last sort of 10 years since I first owned my few of them. And this particular instrument has the ultra-modern weight relief. So internally under the top here, there's lots of sections routed out, which makes it a lot lighter. It's not super light, it still has a bit of chunk to it like most Les Pauls, being that we get that mahogany body and mahogany neck like we always do, but it's got a maple top, and underneath there, like I mentioned, it is routed out. So you're saving a little bit in terms of weight, and it's quite comfortable to play. This has got to be one of the nicest tops on a Gibson Les Paul Tribute I've ever seen. It's got a satin nitrocellulose lacquer finish, but the top is quilted, and depending on which angle you hold it on, you'll see various, different patterns and grain. It really looks nice. When it comes to the pickups, we get a 490T in the neck and a 490R in the bridge. These humbuckers are great. There's no push-pull pots or any gimmicks like that, just great sounding pickups. Another one of my favorite things about this guitar is the neck shape. This is a rounded neck profile. We get 22 medium jumbo frets and a 12-inch fretboard radius, like all Les Pauls basically, but the neck doesn't get sticky or anything like that either, and it feels really nice in the hand. Here's the headstock of the guitar. We get a Graphtec nut. We also get the vintage deluxe tuners. Nestled into the rosewood fingerboard, we get the acrylic trapezoid inlays. Here's the back of the guitar here. As you can see, it just looks like a nice piece of timber. Quite a bit different to the front, hey? So this is obviously one of the ways they keep the cost down. While we don't get a traditional hard case, we get a really rockin' gig bag. These gig bags are definitely one of the best out there. First up, a massive thank you to Sky Music for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about this and you live in Australia, links to them will be below. I'll leave some Sweetwater and Toman links down there as well. If you live overseas, you can find out how much it is in your part of the world. But I'm pretty impressed by this, and I'll give you my thoughts about it at the end. Let's get into it. All right, let's kick it off. Today I'm plugged into my Fender Blues Deluxe Reissue amplifier on the clean channel, but we're going to start dirty thanks to the Royal Flush Dual Overdrive pedal. So this is neck pickup with the volume control at about half of the way up. Here we go. now all the way up. Beautiful. Now over to both pickups with both volume controls all the way up. Now my favorite position on these guitars is both pickups with the neck down just a bit. Here we go. Feels really nice to play in the hand. And now over to bridge pickup. Here we go. Now if you're wondering how it sounds with even more gain, I'm going to stack the other side of the Royal Flush on and just a little bit of delay for that big lead tone sound. Here we go. It's pretty huge. So the neck pickup does have a really fat overtone to it, so if you're more of a neck player, you might want to EQ your amplifier a little bit differently, maybe take out quite a bit of low end. I've already done that on my amp, but this neck pickup is inherently bassy, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Let's go over to some clean tones now, and this is with everything off. This is just neck pickup. Here we go. Nice. Over to both pickups with both volumes all the way up. And over to bridge. Beautiful. One of the things I always see come up in the comments section is, can you do the woman tone more? So I don't know why, but I'm going to try it right now. This is with the tone control all the way open. So this is as bright as it's going to sound on the bridge pickup. About half. And all the way on. Definitely has that wah pedal sound. A little bit back. All right, that actually sounds pretty good. So, with the exception of it all the way on, just back a little bit, opens it up just a little bit in terms of that top end, and it sounds pretty cool. And just for something a little bit different, let's go over to the dual tube screamer pedal from Jux called the Vintage Pro Overtube, and we'll see just how responsive that neck volume control is. So this is with the volume control just on, so the dirt pedal's also on. Nice and clean, a little bit more. This is all the way up. So it responds beautifully to the volume control down. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. A massive thank you again to Sky Music for letting me borrow this. I really appreciate it. Links to them will be below, and if you live overseas, there'll be Sweetwater and Thomann links down there as well. So what do I think of this guitar overall? I think it's an absolute beast and it plays great. You know, there's something to be said for a guitar that's less expensive but still feels really good to play. So this doesn't cost as much as some of their standards and so forth, of the 50s and 60s standards, but it actually feels really, really good to play. Like there'd be nothing to stop me from taking this to a gig and really enjoying it. I'd probably lower the neck pickup just a hair. It's a little bit on the woolly side to my ear, but other than that, I really dig the tones. The bridge pickup and both pickup combinations sounded fantastic. Tuning reliability wise is fantastic. I tuned this up twice before I did the intro track, and that's it. It stayed in tune, I hope, the entire video. So yeah, I had no issues there. It's not anything like flash in terms of, it doesn't have all the binding and all that kind of stuff, but if you don't care about that, you can still get a really great Les Paul. So yeah, I love the top. This is one of the nicest looking tops I've seen on a guitar from Gibson, and it's one of their sort of entry-level US guitars. I say entry-level, it's a pro guitar, but you get what I'm saying. It's not one of their high-end ones, but it looks great. The top they've got on this, the maple top, looks fantastic, as does this Burbon Burst. I really, really like it. So I think you can save yourself a few bucks and get a really functional instrument with this. Thanks again. Catch you soon. See ya.